What's going on, you vaping fools? This is the Vaping Fish coming at you with another section of beginners into vaping, like me. Well, what am I doing here? I'm just chill vaping. You know, I enjoy slow vaping sometimes, you know. It's not all about sound bombing and hitting that shit all the time, you know. Sometimes slow vaping is good. This is good too, don't get me wrong. I fucking love sound bombing. But, you know, sometimes I feel like chill vaping. It's chill. High resistance coils, you know. More slower drags. Just mouth to lung vaping, good vaping. I fucking enjoy it. Well, it's not about that. This is about mechanical mods, unregulated mechanical mods. What are unregulated mechanical mods? Well, they're very simple devices. There's nothing there but a switch. That's it. And it's a cycle, you know, circuit. Positive, negative, circle. Positive, negative, circle. Close that circuit. Make it work. That's all it is. And let's start with the most simple you'll find there. Go into the other ones and the differences. This is a telescopic mechanical mod. You can twist it, make it small, twist it, make it large. That's what she said. And then you have your switch right here, and then you have a safety ring that if you twist it, you can no longer press that switch. Or you twist it back to the closed position, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, and you can push the button again. So you have a switch, you have a connection, and then you have parts to your telescopic. This is a telescopic one, but there's others that are fixed, there's other boxes. I'm just starting with the most simple one, the most common one. You're gonna find a shitload of these out there in 1,000 different brands, 1,000 different clones. I mean, a bunch of shit. So you need to know what is it you want, or what is it you want to experiment with. Some are good, some are shit. So you need to make decisions. You need to check, research, ask, forums, YouTube. Anything you can, any information you can absorb in order for you to make a decision will help you. Why? Because I want to touch the subject on safety. When it comes to mechanical mods, the biggest factor is safety. A lot of people think is the vaping experience on it because it makes big clouds, but no. The biggest factor in use in vaping in general is safety. That should be your priority, number one. And based on that, that's how you can vape in a more comfortable, more secure way, knowing that you know what the fuck you're doing. So whenever it comes to mechanical mod, that safety factor has to be emphasized a little bit more, because they're very simple devices, but they also can fail very easily. Why? Because you don't have a computer thinking for you. It's your fucking brain making the decisions how to put it together. When you buy a regulated mod, it has boards in it, it has electronics, and it'll tell the fucking thing, shut it off because you're gonna blow up. Shut it off, you're overheating. Shut it off. Here you don't have that shit. It's just you. So if you're gonna be using this shit, safety has to be your number one priority on making your picks, building, and whatever the fuck you're using. Now, the biggest part of a mechanical mod is not the mod itself only, it's the fucking batteries. This is a Sony BTC 5 18650 battery. This is the most common battery you'll find on the market for mechanical mods. And there's different sizes, and each battery is rated different. Every manufacturer has a different rating on their batteries. You need to make sure you find the authentic batteries, and they're not clones or counterfeits. The reason why is not because they're not gonna work, as well. They're gonna work, but the thing is the ratings. You need to check your ratings on the battery that you're buying. You need to check, what's the milliamps an hour. What's the capacity of the battery? That's one. Voltage. The majority come 4.2 max and 3.7 nominal, running voltage. And then you have your amperage. That's the most important thing. Most important thing, your fucking amperage. Some are rated 35 amps, but you got a 20 nominal working amps. That means continuous amps only 20 amps. So all those factors need to be considered when using it on a mod and putting something on top of that mod. So what coil are you going to put on it? Is it within the capabilities of the battery? Because if not, you're going to overrun it, you're going to heat it up, or you're going to bend it or pop it, and it's probably going to blow up and blow up in your hands too if you're not careful. So if you treat them right, they'll treat you right. Now, telescopics, well, they only use one battery, so you don't have to worry about it. Just charge, discharge it. These batteries have a cycle life of, I want to say 400 uses, 500 charges, 600 charges, depending. You cannot let them drop discharge all the way because they go dead, and then you won't be able to wake them up and recharge them. So whenever you feel the battery is dropping in power, just take it out, put it in the charger, to save your battery. Again, you need to make sure what battery you have in your hand and what's the rating on it. You need to know that whenever you're using on mechanical mods. So let's go back to the parts of the mechanical mod telescopic tube. You have your 510 connector there with a pin. The pin it has is an adjustable pin. You twist it and it opens up. You put your atomizer, whatever it is. I don't like to use tanks. You can use tanks, but I don't like to use tanks on them very much. I prefer to use drippers on them. And then once it's on there flush, all you do is tighten it up, and that's it. So you have one single part right there. And then you have your top cuff right there. And then you have your middle section, another empty tube right there. Then you have your bottom cuff, your cuff, the cuff, empty. And then you have your switch. You have an insulator, and then you have your pin, and then you have your switch right here. There's a spring there, so this is a spring-loaded switch. So whenever you press that switch, the contact sticks out, touching the battery. The battery sits right here, but it's not touching that contact. So when you press it, it touches the contact, closing the circuit, delivering the power to your coil. So that's how this is a beacon by Beyond Vape. Very simple telescopic mod. I fucking love it. And it is made out of brass or copper or something like that. It's not aluminum, so I like it because of the drop on it. So I'm just gonna put it back together just like that, just to the first thread, showing. Then I'm gonna put the middle section, and then I'm gonna put the top cuff, just like that. This one thread showing. I'm gonna drop my battery. Battery always with your positive touching your pin. So always facing up. And then you're gonna put this thing right here on top. Why didn't I screw the curves all the way? Because I need that margin so I can sit my addy on top. My addy means my, atomizer, dripper, whatever it is. And then once it's like that, then I start getting both ends. and then I feel some resistance there, so I just need to snug it. Just snug it, just with your fingers. You don't have to fucking like jam in. Just don't be a Hulk. Just with your fingers like that, and then it's ready to fire. So all you have is a battery. Your positive is already touching your pin on top, right? Your bottom, your negative on the battery, is sitting on that insulator. So this is not a complete circuit completed. You know, the battery is going to discharge, boom, 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 circuit. Your load, that's your atomizer, your coil, that's your load. And then, of course, your switch. That one is the one that opens and closes your circuit. So let us see how this thing is going to jam. Very tasty. B.O.B. by Boosted. Fucking love that shit. Now, as you all know, with this type of, you have to be re-dripping them on your wicks in order for you not to get a dry hit. Dry hit tastes like shit. It tastes like burnt cotton, and it's horrible, and it hurts your throat. So you need to be careful. You need to be re-dripping this shit after a couple of hits, just by experience. So this is your thing. This is your safety. The only safety this thing has that ring. Press it. You can't press the button because the ring is blocking it. Put it back and you can press the button. So this is your safety. That's the only thing this thing has for safety. But the best safety is your head. Make the right choice. So this is your telescopic. As you saw, it has an adjustable pin on top and it has a spring-loaded switch on bottom. Right. Okay. There's another telescopic mechanical unregulated mod. This is a clone. This is an authentic Beyond Vape beacon. This is a clone of the N-Sonic by EH Pro. EH Pro makes a lot of good clones. I like their stuff. I like their clones and I like their original stuff. They have some very good addies, some very good drippers. I always try to go that route first because I've had very good results with their brand. So just me. Here are, this is the 5-pin connector. You put whatever you're gonna screw on top, and then you have a free floating pin. Free floating, silver plated. You put your addy on top, and then you're gonna put it on the tube. You're gonna screw it on. When you screw it all the way down, and then you do that timing thing with your fingers only, right? Pushing the battery up. Your battery is gonna push this thing up, and you have your addy on top already. Your atomizer, so it's gonna push it up, making a full contact. That's how that free floating pin works. They're super plated, like it has better contact. Here, I'm going to show another thing. This one has a magnetic switch. It's different from the spring-loaded switch. It has the same locking ring. So open all the way up. You can press the switch. It goes all the way down. You can. But right now, when I took it out, you see that in the middle is the pin, and then what's around it, it's a magnet. And look at the switch right now. It's loose. See that? There's another magnet around it and the pin in the middle, right? Okay. Look at what happens here. Right. Look at what happens. Look at this side right there. You see that? They're two magnets, so they repel each other. And what it's doing is that when you put it together, it's gonna open the switch. So see how the magnets push each other away, so it opens the switch. So you just want to vape it, just press it, closes the circuit, turn it up, let it go, switch opens. This one is with a spring. This one is magnetic. So that's the difference. It's the same things. I mean, it's mechanical mod, simple switch, you know, telescopic, but has different ways of working. So it's up to you what you choose. They have another one. Oh, I don't like this one because I didn't do my research and safety was not in mind. I just wanted to fucking vape. I want to vape that shit. Let me take a vape. Alright. This thing you see on top, memorize it. Look at it very well. That's a hybrid cap. Yeah, hybrid cap. This one has a magnetic switch on top, on bottom. This one is not telescopic. This one is a single forming thing. It's a single tube. And that's what it is. A tube, switch, cap. That's it. It's a very simple mod. The vent holes are inside. You see them there on the inside on the switch, and they come out through the bottom here. So your venting is on the bottom. This one, your venting is right here. See those little holes? That's your vent. Those are your vents. You need to have vents, and this one has the vents in the middle. That too, right there. You need to have your vents. Now, let's get into the hybrid caps. Mechanical mods with hybrid caps. Let me show you here, so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because this fucker here fucked me up. Fucking vented a battery and shorted it out, but not knowing what the fuck I was doing. Thank the Lord, it fucking blew up on me. So if you see a lot of accidents you know, being reported, it's probably one of these fucking things. People putting tanks. These things don't work with tanks. They only work with atomizers, and that fucking pin right there on the middle has to be sticking out from your threads. It has to be sticking out, like really sticking out, so you can make full contact with your battery, you know, so the battery won't touch the ground. Everything else here, all the stuff, that's your ground. Only the middle pin, that's your positive. So what you do with this type of deals, you screw them on like so, and then you have that recess. You see that recess there? So that's for your positive battery not to touch anything on that base, just that pin. So you drop your battery in there. Shit, I don't like this fucking thing. I don't fucking like it. Fucking sucks. I gotta do it for you guys. I fucking hate it. I mean, I like the way it looked and the design of it, but fuck. It scared the shit out of me when that fucking thing popped. I mean, right now I already know how to use it and it fucking works, but shit, I don't fucking like them. You see that? Alright. Let me take the shit off. I don't like it. I don't feel safe around it. That's the thing with me. It's just that it happened to me once, and now the fucking magnet is fucking sticking to the battery on the bottom. You know? Shit like that, it just like, no, I don't like it. I just don't like it. So it's you know, it looks good. It just, I don't feel safe around it because of what happened to me. I fucking put in a fucking tank like a dumbass on the cap and screw it all the way down and stuff like that. And you know, the tank didn't have your positive pin sticking out. It was flush. It was the thing spring loaded. You know, it was spring loaded. So the fucking thing, you know, I started pressing it and it started kind of like you wanted to vape, but the fucking thing here on the bottom got fucking hot. I mean, hot as shit. And I was going like that, and it burned my finger. And then I see fucking smoke coming out of the fucking thing, like a hissing and little smoke. And I kept on fucking pressing it, like, what the fuck? It's hot, you know. And fucking being short, it fucking bent the battery because of my stupidity of not knowing what the fuck I was doing. I think I didn't fucking have my fucking fingers blown off and shit. But a lot of people have problems with these simple mods because of that cap. It's a hybrid cap. Why do they make these fucking things? Well, the thing is, you have a direct contact, your pin with your battery. These ones have a pin in between this pin and the positive of the battery. There's a pin in the middle. So you have your battery, the pin, and then your pin. So the voltage or the power it's delivering is not the same as here. Here you have your battery directly touching that. So you have a better, connectivity, making it a hotter, connection. And that's what you're looking for on this type of deals. You want a hotter connection. But again, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, if you're not making sure that pin doesn't move and it's sticking it out enough just to touch the positive, don't mess with these, because you need to know what the fuck you're doing. These things can harm you because of your ignorance. So you need to get educated. And again, when it comes to vaping, the first thing that should be on your mind is safety. Safety comes first whenever you're fucking vaping. Because vaping is not just about fun and big clouds and enjoyment. You're messing with, you're messing with batteries. You're messing with little, things that can explode. So now you're messing with heat. You're messing with heat, messing with energy. It's not as simple as. And these batteries are not like the remote control batteries you buy in a supermarket. These are high drain, high power batteries. So you need to be careful with that shit. Now, let's go back to where we're at. So I already shown you telescopic, mechanical, unregulated mod. Another one, different switch configuration, different pin configuration. Another one, hybrid cap, non-telescopic. We go to unregulated box mod, dual battery. This is a monster, large, heavy brick of copper. This thing weighs a ton. This is a T6 Raptor clone. The real one costs like $300. So I just got a clone. And this one was expensive. It was like $50. But this is a solid piece of copper with two manual caps, take off so you can put the batteries, and your connector pin, and then a flush button. So the same thing, you have your two batteries, both, it's a parallel. So when it's a parallel, both positives face the same direction. So you have your positives facing up, your negatives facing down. These are your negative contacts right here, and your positive contact is here on top on that 510 connector. And this switch closes the circuit again. You have your cycle, right? So the switch is interrupting that circle. Once you press that switch, it completes the circle, allowing the battery to discharge the energy to your atomizer. Why did I buy the brass one and not the aluminum one? Well, because it's a better conductor. You're not gonna get electrocuted with this thing unless you have a very bad short. But when it's working good, man, you have very nice nice delivery of power to your atomizer. So because everything is ground, it's a big chunk of ground. So I like the mod. It's just too fucking heavy. If you put it in your pants, you put it in your back pocket, people are gonna think you have a big dump hanging out of your back pocket and shit. And if you don't wear your pants with belts, probably you're gonna drop your pants while you're walking, because this fucking thing is heavy as shit. But it's fucking nice to have it around home. And I mean, somebody comes in, breaking into your house, shit, you threw this shit through their fucking head, they probably end up in the hospital or in the funeral home, one of the two. The fucking thing is fucking heavy. So there's another one, the Castillidor. This is a very lightweight aluminum Sterling, very nice box. This one is a clone also. The original cost like $300, so this was like $29, I think. This one I liked it because it's all silver plated. Every single fucking piece of contact is silver plated, so it's a good conductor. The same thing with this. You have your positive pin there on top, your switch right here, and then you have your negative right here. These are your negative pins. You know, those two silver plated things are your negative pins. So you put two batteries, positive facing up, negatives on the bottom. You close it, and you have to press hard because you have the springs working against you, and then close it. So you have your negatives, and then here with this little latch is at, or that little hinge, there's a negative, little slab metal silver plated thing running up to the switch, and it's like a little piece of contact, silver plated contact that is behind that plastic thing. So, and then here has a bar on the top with a little L shaped thing. It comes to the bottom. So whenever you press this button, those two things, meet each other, completing the circle. Unloading into your load. What is it? Your load is going to be your atomizer, your coil, right? You have an atomizer top with no coil, nothing's going to happen because there's no coil completing the circle from negative to positive circle. All right, so very nice box. I mean, the drop on this one is nice, man. I like both, but this fucking thing works better. For some reason, I thought this was gonna work better because of copper and heavy and shit. Maybe I just maybe I should put newer charger or fresh charged batteries on it. But when I use this one, it don't matter if the batteries are halfway charged. I mean, this fucking thing delivers. I fucking love this little thing. I mean, it's fucking good as shit. There's some people tweaking with them because there's a clone, so there's like probably like 15-20 companies doing the clones. But I don't know who made this one, but it came with a very nice box, and I don't know if it was Fast Take or I don't know which company made it, but I mean, the fucking thing works awesome. I opened it up to see the mechanism of it. I'm always curious, and it's a very simple mechanism. I didn't have to mess with the switch. The switch was perfect, since I got it. People have been trouble with the switch, but I wanted to open it up to see the mechanisms of it, and it's a very simple device also, same as this one. And I was trying to see why this one, had a better conduction than this one. Yeah, you have a big ground, but the thing is, this ground is thinner. It's a very thin ground that just runs from the hinge right here through a little bar, and makes the connection. This one, your negative is the whole fucking thing. So, it's a different type of ground. And I was thinking this one will work better than this one, and it actually doesn't. This one works better. And the difference is very barely noticeable. Not a huge difference on it, but you can tell. I mean, if you already been vaping for a while and you know what the hell you're looking for, and you're comparing the same Addy on top and how one thing hits from the other, and man, you can tell the most smallest fucking difference from one thing to the other. Before, if I was didn't know shit about it, just try what will be the fucking thing. I mean, it's the same, but it's not the same. It does have a fucking slight difference, and I don't know if it's because I'm being fucking picky or something, but it does have a fucking difference how the fuck they deliver the power to your Addy. And this is my favorite box right now. I love this one. I mean, the looks, the half nice fucking box, but the performance, this one. And on this ones, I don't like, even though this one's a red contact, I fucking like it because it's me. It's on the back of my mind that the fucking thing shorted out my fucking battery, and I'm worried about it now. Like I'm more, not at ease with that one. Out of these two, both work fucking awesome, but this one, the Beyond Vape one, works better. It has a very nice rub on it, and it just delivers. You gotta hit the switch. Like you gotta hit the switch good, and the fucking thing delivers a very nice punch to your addy. And the thing is, I don't have a problem with the patinas. A lot of people have problem with patinas. I don't. I think they're beautiful. Patinas, I think they're beautiful. I have some knives. I'm a knife guy too, and I got knives and some carbon knives that have, they have patinas, and I fucking like patinas. So I don't have a problem, with addies with patinas. I'm not all clean and spiffy, it's just that patinas are nice too, And this one's gonna get a very nice patina, with a couple of days. Because I'll be grabbing it and, stuff like that, and get juice on it, and, all nice and all the useful things with vaping. But it's a very nice unit too. So that's it. That's all I wanted to bring you guys. And let me just take a little chill vape. I enjoy chill vaping. Slow vaping is good too. Not too long, very good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to hit that shit too. But after doing it, if you're like doing something chill, like watching TV or reading a book or magazine or something, thinking of shit, I don't know, just nice chill bait, man. Don't think just because they're above own tanks and shit, under power units are bad. It's actually pretty damn good too, and I fucking enjoy them as much as I enjoy my sub-ohming shit. I like big clouds and I like big flavor and everything, but slow vaping is good too. Don't you have to have higher capacity, tanks and more airflow so you can enjoy it a little bit more. But it's still fucking good. It delivers good flavor. I guess because I was a smoker before, that's why. And I like to smoke cigars too. So I still smoke. I left cigarettes. I did not leave cigars. I still smoke cigars. I enjoy cigars. So cigarettes was an addiction. Cigars are not an addiction. Cigars is a pastime. Cigars is like a good wine. Is like a good cup of coffee. It's to sit down and enjoy for an hour a good smoke. So don't confuse cigarettes with cigars. Cigars are natural. Everything is natural. There's no man-made chemicals put into them. Just cut the leaves, air dry them, and then of course tobacco will produce its own ammonia and its own chemicals, but it's a more natural way of smoking tobacco without injuring your lungs and stuff, because you don't inhale that shit. You just taste it, your mouth, blow it out. The same thing as some people in vaping. Some people don't inhale the vape; they just the mouth and throw it out. The same thing. The thing is, the other is tobacco, right? So I enjoy cigars, but I cannot smoke cigars every day. Throughout the day, it's hectic, and you need to have the time. Cigar, just like once in a while, once a week, maybe twice a week, and you have time to chill and just smoke it. And vaping shit, you can vape all fucking day. I vape all fucking day, like all fucking day. I go through I started with going through maybe 5 to 8 mLs a week. Now I'm at fucking 30, 40 mLs a week. So, because I'm sub-ohming more. I mean, at first I was just doing this. Now I'm sub-ohming, I'm going through, more juice than usual. But again, you enjoy the taste, you enjoy the clouds and stuff like that. So, damn boy, you gotta hit that shit. You gotta hit this shit. You gotta hit this shit. Nice big thick paper. Excellent flavor. It's just enjoyable, what can I do? What can I do? When I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. So again, I don't want to extend this video any longer because it's already been over 36 minutes. And a lot of people probably won't stay until the end. But if you have any questions I can help you with, I will gladly answer them. Again, be very aware that, there's a lot of technical shit going into this. It's basic, but it's there. And you need to learn it. And you need to practice it. And you need to write notes, have something on hand that you can refer to whenever you're doing builds, whenever you're doing, or have your phone with your calculator ready so you know what the hell you're doing. So safety has to be your number one factor when using unregulated mechanical mods. I mean, with everything vaping, but especially with unregulated mechanical mods. So keep that in mind. Will you experience that? Some people will never go to mechanical mods. They'll be happy with just regular mods, regulated mods. There's nothing wrong with that, Some people will be happy with just little spinner pens, throughout their life, and that's fine, too. I mean, everybody has, their own needs, and they'll get them satisfied how they choose to get them satisfied. I'm very, very curious all the time. I like to learn shit, and I try to pick up as much information. When I like something, I get into it, really get into it, and I really want to learn every single aspect of it, and I want to experiment with every single aspect of it, and I want to absorb as much info, more input. And if I need input, I like all the input I can get. So, thank you guys for hanging out. If you have anything else to do, shit, if I can help you with anything, let me know. And I'll bring another video with rebuildable, ripping atomizers. Those are cool. So that's has to be a different video because there's also a lot to learn about those two and how they work and how to build them and all that shit. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.